You guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, shit. All right. Cool. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. How many people usually get on these things? How many people should we wait for? Brad, are you there? Let's see here. Okay. Okay, let's see. Malachi, what's up? Let's see. Kalo. Let's see. Who else is in here? All right. You guys are also gonna have to tell me if my audio is like messed up. I might have to disconnect from the Wi-Fi. What's up, TJ? See.
How's it going?
Good, good. Kalo, are you raising your hand?
I was trying to wave. My fault.
Oh, what's up? What's up, Nate?
What's up, Ian? Are you doing the train today?
Yeah, yeah, we got the fellas here.
Right. Cool.
Thank you. All right, we're gonna start in like 1 minute. We're just gonna give everybody like 10 minutes to kind of show up and kind of fill in, and
10
then we'll start at
minutes?
8:10.
That's a while.
Well, no. Like now, I just want to start. Okay, awesome. So, hey, we're gonna go over the summer starting, like what you guys need to bring to start the summertime. Any questions in here are gonna be great to ask. I'm sure if you guys have questions in this room, they're probably gonna have questions on the phone, and same vice versa. I got you guys in my ear. So if you guys have any questions or anything like that, just raise your hand or just shout out, like just unmute yourself and be like, hey, stop it. But ask me a ton of questions and I'll repeat it in the room. Same thing with you guys. If you guys ask a question, I'll repeat it to them just so they know what we're talking about if they can't hear. So, Z. No. Okay, yeah, no dogs. No dogs, at least on our office to summertime. That'll be up to your office manager. So I guess get with them. But I am going to share my screen. Let's see. And then we're going to go over this summer start list. Share screen. Audio. Start broadcast. Okay. Okay, perfect. So, I think it's going to keep cutting out for you guys in the room. I don't think this will share to the screen for some reason. Okay, thanks, guys. Hey. Okay, well, for the guys in the room, we will probably see. I don't know if this will last for long. All right. Can somebody on the phone call say if you guys can still see this or not?
Yeah, we can see it.
We can see it.
Did we lose that phone call? Okay. Maybe we lost
Yeah,
it.
Ian, you can get started. We can see it.
All right. Can you guys see my screen? Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I'm not hearing anything from the phone call. Nate, can you see me or hear me or anything?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, bet. Disconnect my AirPods. Maybe my AirPods are connected there. Maybe, yeah. Nate, wave if you can hear me. All right, perfect. Everybody's saying, oh man. Sorry guys, I'm not the most technically savvy. Share screen. Share screen without audio. Can you guys still hear me? Okay. I think I got you guys now. All right, we're all good. Let's roll into it. So first things we're going to go over is what to bring down to summertime. This is a common question we get all the time. Brinks is going to cover, like, we get questions like, what does Brinks cover? We cover the shirts. We cover like the beds, the apartment furniture. So like whether it is, you know, couches, dressers, bed frames, Brinks will handle all of that stuff. What you guys need to bring, and I'm going to write it up here just in case it closes off again, but you need your clothes. Be smart about your clothes. You don't need to bring your entire wardrobe, okay? It is going to be hot in the majority of the places that we're going to go. It's summertime. So like your winter coats, you guys can probably leave those back home. Your guys is like, maybe bring a couple pairs of jeans, but the attire majority of the times is shorts and just a work polo. So you guys will be wearing this outfit 90% of the time while you're down there. So also think of that. But clothes, bedding, I will say this is a big one that people forget every single year, and then they're just sleeping on a bare mattress with kind of their hand just tucked in for like the first 2 nights. We will go out to Walmart, so if you guys forget it, not a huge deal, but make sure you guys bring your bedding. That's pillows, blankets, sheets, whatever you guys want to bring that you guys sleep in bed with. Grab it all up, and then we'll pack it in the vans or pack it in the U-Haul. Yeah, so we can rent out a U-Haul. We'll have a big U-Haul, and a lot of the teams I know have U-Hauls that they can bring down there. If you guys are flying on planes, so guys on the phone call, if you guys are flying in on planes, you know, if you guys check a bag, great. Be very smart about what you're bringing to summertime, and you might end up with just wanting to buy bedding down there. But for all of our guys, I know that we're bringing vans down and we're bringing U-Hauls, so you guys can pack all those in. But that's pillows, that's everything. So this is one that guys will forget every single year. And then you guys are showering without a shower curtain for the first little bit. We're leasing apartments. Any type of apartment lease never really ever comes with a shower curtain unless it has like a glass door. That's the only cover that these apartments come with. But if you need a shower curtain, long story short, and you guys don't want to be left without it, it's kind of awkward showering without a shower curtain. iPad, which if you don't actually raise your hand in here if you guys don't have an iPad. Okay. I'll get a list of your guys' names. You don't have an iPad yet? Okay. I'll get a list of your guys' names. I will purchase them. And then when you guys get your guys' rookie incentive, your starting bonus, then you guys can just cover the iPad with that. So you guys don't have to come out of pocket for the iPad. That's still up in the air. It's $500 within the first couple of weeks. We are still deciding if there should be a lump sum in the beginning and then some after the first sale. Yeah, which is good. And actually, all the guys in this room, it's a great idea if you guys are watching the YouTube videos, like what we're doing today, what I was explaining about the YouTube videos. They have much more in-depth ones. Like this is just kind of a closeout video of what are the last things that we need before summertime. But there's a lot of good closing videos. There's a lot of good pitch videos. There's a lot of good, you know, objection videos. So go on YouTube. I'll give you guys that YouTube link at the end of the night. Remind me to add all that stuff and give it to all you guys by the end of the night. But iPad, I'll cover it. Guys on the phone, just make sure you guys are getting an iPad. Get with your manager, make sure that they're getting you an iPad. If you're not, if you're in this room and you guys want to buy your own iPad, it's going to be yours regardless. If you guys want a specific model or something like that, you guys can go buy it yourselves. But saying iPad though, one big thing is cases. I will not cover cases. Your cases, I like them like Griff's case here. It's just a good formal case. It looks good. He can put the pamphlets in the back of his iPad and close it all up. You guys want to have room for pamphlets and, you know, quote pages, but also where's Tate? Where's your iPad? I'll show you this other iPad case, and I like this other iPad case a whole lot too. That's okay. So this other iPad case, it usually comes with like a little handle in the back, so you guys can like hold it on your hand and show the customer just like this. the screen guys. Well, I don't know if they can see me anymore, to be honest with you. But yeah. So what he just asked inside the room is if you have an iPad that cannot carry the pamphlets, it's a lot more awkward. Just fold up the papers and put it in your pocket. But whenever you guys are sweating in the summertime, like it's going to be hot, we're going to sweat. Do not like try to be rubbing your sweaty hands all over it all day long. And then you sit with that A credit homeowner and you're just like, yeah, and it's just like a nasty paper. You don't want to be doing that. So if it's in the pocket, don't jack with it. Just leave it in your pocket until you need it. Dylan. Great question. He just asked, are we allowed to have a small backpack that we can carry with us on the doors? I heavily do not recommend that because like think about it right when it's getting dark, prime time for us, say it's 8:30, 9 o'clock, and you're walking around the hood with a hat and a backpack on kind of, you know what I mean? It just puts a bad look on you where it shoots yourself in the foot immediately. Now, we've had vets do it before. We've had rookies do it before. It's not a great look, though, so I'm going to encourage you guys to not do that. Yeah, do a fanny pack if you guys want to. I know it's not as stylish, but like it's a better look than a backpack everywhere you go. So what's that? What size bedding? Twin. So twin, the biggest beds we have are like twin XLs, but twin beds because you guys get your own bed. You're not sharing a bed with anybody else. So on the phone, he asked what type size bedding do we need? Twin bedding. So, your blanket, your pillow, and a twin size sheet to throw over the bed. Do we have another question in here somewhere? Great. Let's move on. So iPad, shower, and toiletries. Listen, we are working hard this summer. You guys will stink. You guys will sweat. You guys get what that word is. If you guys have questions, just ask me. But you guys stink. Make sure you guys bring stuff. Shampoo, conditioner, body wash. And then especially a lot of these guys in this room are teenagers. A lot of the guys on the phone are teenagers and young 20s. I would bring some sort of face wash too, because you guys are walking around sweating all summer long. Bringing face wash is also a really great idea. A big thing, you guys will be sharing bathrooms. So if you're like really weird about who has your soap, like label your soap if you guys want to. But if you also I know at least a lot of guys in this room, and I'm confident a lot of guys on the phone are sharing bedrooms with people that they know, then just, agree on it. And if the person needs to buy soap next time, just do that. But everybody should just bring their own soap. Is that clear? Is there any questions about the soap? No. Okay. And hey, also for those moms, any moms that are couponers or any moms that are like wanting to send you off with a bunch of stuff, toilet paper and paper towels and napkins are all great ideas to have them purchased, like non-perishables, stuff that you guys can literally keep all summer long. Last thing I would say on shower and toiletries is bring some sort of laundry detergent because there will be none in the apartments. Don't just wash your clothes in water, please. So use some sort of like Tide Pod or whatever you guys want to do. But next thing is cleaning supplies. Okay, we are going to have somebody in our office. I know many other offices have somebody that'll go around and check the cleanliness of the apartments. Listen, you guys, your environment is everything. I've hit on that with you guys a million times that your environment is everything. If you're walking inside and there's constantly like stuff everywhere, there's like stuff spilled on the floor when you walk inside, like there's laundry all over the place, that's going to be the vibe. It's going to be like this kind of vibe in your apartment. But if it's nice and clean all the time and it's somewhere where it's nice to go to at the end of a knocking day, it'd be way better for you guys, way more relaxing. So we will have somebody, though, checking cleanliness of apartments. Make sure you guys bring cleaning supplies. So I would say the basic ones, cleaning is toilet cleaner, Clorox wipes, and some sort of dish soap. Did you want to add one, Justin? Perfect. So toilet cleaner, Clorox wipes, dish soap, that'll pretty much cover the whole house. If you guys like want to go real bougie and get a Swiffer or something like that, that'd be nice, but you guys definitely don't have to. All right, kitchenware. Hey, this happens every year too, where people will finally get into their apartments and they'll be like wanting to cook food finally because they've just went on a grocery haul and got a whole bunch of stuff, and then they have nothing to cook with. So every year it happens where it's like, hey, bro, do you got a pot I can use? I'm really trying to make some food. Bring your guys' own pots and pans. Pots, pans, silverware, plates, those different types of things. Make sure you guys bring those, what you're going to eat on, what you guys are going to eat off of. Get with your guys', whoever's going to be in your rooms. I can send out rooms here soon so you guys can start game planning. But somebody's got to bring pots, somebody's got to bring pans. Ask your grandma, ask your aunt, ask somebody. I'm confident that somebody has a hand-me-down set for you guys. If not, on Amazon, it's pretty cheap. So make sure you guys bring stuff to cook with. On the same cooking note, though, please, and we're going to go over this in just a second, but please do not be the guy that's constantly going out to eat. Tate, what happens to the pocketbook whenever we go out to eat every single day? You end up spending a lot of money on fast food, and your body hates it. You are what you eat. Make sure you guys are cooking good, healthy meals, but also a lot of us can show you guys good, cheap meals to cook. So they're easy. Learn how to cook, please. So please bring kitchenware. Where perfect. And then this is a big one. Okay, we get this one every single year. Somebody comes down with $0. That's just fine. That's the exact reason why we are working so hard and why we're going to grind, is because we are, we're all in a financial spot where we want to grow from. That's fantastic. Your first week, there won't be a paycheck, because when you knock Monday, you sell a deal, say we sell a deal the very first day we're out there, it'll get paid out next Friday. So make sure you guys have a little bit of cash where you guys will be just fine living on for a week. Rookie bonus should come that first Friday, at least a portion of it. Please, please, please bring a little bit of cash so that you guys can use. $200 is plenty, just enough for, stuff to eat on. Make sure you guys can get a drink at the gas station. But also, we're going to do financial literacy classes on Sunday, because you guys are going to be making more money than you've probably made in lump sums ever in your life. We have to know how to manage it. So this $200, please don't go blow it on stupid stuff. The same thing with the rookie bonus. The rookie bonus is not given to you guys to go buy new TVs and go buy, new nice stuff. It is for the necessities, and that's why it's there. Romeo, what's up? Yeah, so Romeo just asked, do we have TVs down there? Speaking of TVs, what I recommend, and these are some optional items, and that's why I didn't necessarily put it on this, because it's not necessary. You guys, like my group, is living there for 6 months. Some guys on the phone, it's going to be 4 months. College guys might be 3 months, whatever it is. You guys are living there for an extended amount of time. Make it comfortable. I bring whatever I have in my room right now. So like a TV, something I like to put on my nightstand. I like to bring a little bit of a rug or something like that. Like to bring a video game console. Whatever you guys like at home that makes you feel comfortable at home, bring that down. You guys are going to want your bedrooms to be somewhere comfortable where you guys want to go to at the end of the night. I promise you, I did it my first year. A lot of us did it our first year. Don't just have a single bed frame with a twin mattress in the corner. Like that's just a sad look. You don't want to go home to that at the end of the night. But if it's something that it's comfy, you got like nice little LED lights at the top of your room or whatever, it makes it a much nicer apartment and where you want to be. And it just makes it a much better environment when we're talking about environment. Romeo. Okay. Question is on firearms. Can we bring firearms down? I personally bring mine. I know Isaac's going to bring his. Get with your office manager, though, on that. Make sure that they'd be okay with it. I'd also get with your state. Make sure you're in state laws. Make sure you're not bringing down anything that shouldn't be there. I mean, if it is, then we're sending it home the first family weekend. But regarding firearms, that's a great question. You guys can bring them down. No, you guys also, I get the question every single year, are we allowed to conceal and carry on the doors? Let's put your guys' selves in the seats. Griff, imagine you just got to your grandma's house and there's some little blonde hair, blue eyed guy trying to get her to sign up for some bug control. And he's just got like a freaking 44 Magnum on his hip. What are you going to think? Yeah, I think she's getting robbed or pressured into it. Pull one of these like, what do you think? You know what I mean? So no concealer carrying or anything like that. But regarding firearms, I mean, get with your guys' office managers. Um, but yeah, those are the optional things that you guys can bring down. You know, vacuums are also optional. You guys can sweep, but bring down a vacuum if you want to bring down. If you guys like, I know I bring down a couch each year. I like my couch a lot, so I bring it down with me. But yeah, other than that, any questions on what are the requirements to bring down? Yeah, so 2 to a room, 6 to an apartment. There's 3 rooms in the apartment. Now the ones we're staying in, it's kind of nice because it's got like a kind of like a little office space in the bottom. So realistically, one could stay in there and somebody could have their own bedroom upstairs. But 2 bathrooms. What's up? No, that'd be nice. No, you're good. You're good. It's 3-bed, 2-bath apartments generally. Now you guys on the phone will have to check with what you guys are rocking with, but it's usually 3-bed, 2-bathroom. Nate, here, one sec. Go ahead. How are we determining what room we're in? Roommates. So it's a great question. How are we determining roommates? That'll be up to your guys' office manager. If you guys want to stay with somebody specific, get with them and be like, hey, can you please put me and so together? In our group, what we're doing, we are going to set the first rooms. The rooms will be the same for the first month and a half. We will have 1 room change. Is everybody clear on that? We will have 1 time where you guys can change your room if you want to. It's when the high schoolers all come down. We can switch up apartments a little bit. And like, you know, if you have a buddy that's in high school that you really want to stay with them, you guys can choose to do that. But it's got to be mutual. You can't be like, if me and Chuck are staying together, it can't be like, yeah, so Chuck, so-and-so is coming down. So you're going to have to find a new place to live, bro. Like, you know what I mean? It's got to be mutual. You got to agree. In our group though, we're deciding the apartments for the first month. It's going to be based on van groups and who you're going to rock around the most, get some stability within the office, and then we can maybe move around after that. On the phone call, that's going to be completely up to your office managers. If you guys want to be with somebody specific or have some sort of specific housing, get with them and text them, shoot them a text message, say, hey, so-and-so, 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 I want to be in this room. But Zeke, what's the question?
That's honestly like on off day. I know that, but I would be able to just do what I'm trying to do, whether it's record or whatever it is, but I could just lock it from shit or whatever.
So Zeke's question was on Sundays, are those free days? Like, can you do whatever? Yes. Now, not whatever. You guys have to stay disciplined. That's the whole purpose of the summer, is to stay disciplined, stay consistent, and that's how we are all going to grow. But yes, absolutely. Like a lot of us guys will go off and do something, whether it's paintball, whether it's going out to eat. Like a lot of the guys will go to golf. A lot of guys will work on vehicles, whatever it is that you guys want to do on Sundays. That's your day to decompress. Now, our group at the end of the night, we will be getting together that evening to go over finances every single week. I'll be talking about something new for you guys to make sure that we're not blowing our money. Because the way that people get stuck, it's not about how much money they make. It's about how much they put away. Somebody can make $300,000 a year, but if they spend $300,000 a year, guess where they're coming back to? Straight back to zero, still building off of zero. So on Sundays, that's the only mandatory thing that we are going to do, is going over finances and making sure everybody's being smart and not getting themselves stuck. Because when you're making $1,500, $2,000, $2,500, $3,000 week on week, it's like, oh, dude, I'll go buy 3 new pairs of shoes. Yeah, it cost me $400, but who cares? I got that in one deal, whatever. Then at the end of the summertime, because we work a seasonal job, in the summertime, whenever the money stops coming in, then it's like, shit, anybody want to buy these shoes from me? You know what I mean?
Talk about teaching us ways to find our own financial advisor, or just ways to manage money at a time, a financial advisor.
Mostly budgeting. And we can get into that more on our own time, but mostly budgeting, if you guys have questions about investing money. I am not a professional by any means, but I can recommend who to go to. I can recommend what you guys do with your money. I can recommend how much you guys set aside. We will also talk about a lot of different principles on that matter. Romeo? Yeah, so Romeo asked about taxes. Yes, we'll go over taxes, how that kind of works, what CPAs you guys should be getting with, what the hell CPA means, getting into that type of stuff. So, cars. Yes. So Romeo's question is, what if somebody wants to bring their car down? Are you mandated to just ride down with the company? Are you mandated to just fly down and be stuck down there? Yes, absolutely. Hey, Romeo, great question. Cars are absolutely permitted. You guys can. We have to check with the apartment complexes, make sure there's parking for you guys. I've not been in an apartment complex yet where parking has been an issue. So I would say get with your guys' office managers, make sure there's room to park your guys' cars. With our group, absolutely, you guys can bring your personal vehicles down. I know a lot of guys will. Go ahead. Yeah, absolutely. So it's not like you're going to take an Uber from St. Louis. You know what I mean? So you guys can just bring your cars down. I would get with your office managers, make sure that's absolutely okay. But yeah. Okay. Regarding the team's call, can everybody still hear me? Somebody give me a yes
Yeah,
or a
we can
head
hear you.
nod. Okay, perfect. Are there any questions on the team's call quite yet? You guys can just blurt them out. Okay, fabulous. Okay. Now, these are the things that you guys need to. Okay, bring it back in. Those are the requirements to bring down, like physical materials to bring down. Let's talk about mentally what has to happen before you guys go down. This job is going to be something completely unorthodox that a lot of young men have not done yet, especially rookies have not been in these shoes yet. So there's a lot of things that we have to prepare for. Let's go over a couple of these things. And I'm just going to call these bases, but your physical base. Listen, you guys are your greatest moneymaker now. Whenever I talk about like motorcycles is a huge topic. Listen, you are your greatest investment. Like Evan, imagine you had an investment that made you $100,000 a year. You just had to keep it safe and healthy. You would do everything in your power to keep it safe and healthy. It's the same thing, except you're the $100,000 investment. You're the $150,000 investment. You're the $50,000 investment. You guys got to take care of yourselves. So on the physical base, couple of things. You guys have to fix your sleep schedule. Raise your guys' hands if you guys were up at 2 o'clock in the morning last night. We got to fix that. We'll all fix it. Because in the summertime, we can't sleep until 11 o'clock, noon. We can't do that type of stuff. Your morning is your time to really prep yourself and get yourself ready. If for the last 4 months, you guys have been on a schedule of staying up till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, sleeping until like 11, midnight, or noon, I guess I should say, or even worse, and I know Tate's guilty of this, staying up till 3 o'clock in the morning and then just getting up at 7 o'clock for school and just trying to thug it out. It adds up as you go. I want everybody these next couple of weeks getting 7 hours of sleep at minimum. Please be getting up before 10 a.m. as well. Like 10 a.m. is not a big ask. Set your alarm for 9 a.m. Press snooze 8 times if you guys want to, and then get up at 10 a.m. But try to also be in bed before 1 a.m. In the summertime, that'll be more of like the schedule is asleep by midnight, 1 a.m. area, up by like 8, 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. Because you guys have to get yourself mentally ready, physically ready, and emotionally ready for each day. If you guys wake up at noon and it's like run over to the meeting room and try to get like freaking dressed as fast as you can, spray on a bunch of cologne because you didn't take a shower the night before, and you sit down in the meeting room, you're not going to be ready to walk around and knock doors in 95-degree weather the entire day. Like you guys are just not going to be ready for that. So set it up. Make sure you guys are sleeping. Fix your sleep schedule. This one's a huge one that we don't talk about enough is clean diet. Listen, your diet affects your energy and it affects your mood. It affects everything that we entail a lot. So make sure you guys aren't over the next couple weeks shoving your bodies full of junk food. Make sure you guys aren't, eating a bunch of greasy junk. Make sure you guys aren't staying off the candy a little bit more. But honestly, if you guys just cook like chicken, beef, make sure it's just cleaning up. That's a huge one that we don't talk about enough. And then I'd say get physically active. Every single year, we'll have guys that are like, oh man, my feet hurt, which is kind of crazy because like our whole job, like we walk around in gym clothes. That's literally all we do. But every year I'll get it of, oh my gosh, man, my feet are killing me. I literally have a blister the size of a baseball on the side of my foot. I don't know if I can work today. I'm going to have zero sympathy for you guys at all. The biggest ask physically demanding, like there's guys that are construction workers that are out there working a million times harder than us. There's guys that are out there in iron plants, oil plants that are working a million times harder than us. Walking around in tennis shoes is not a big deal. It is a big deal though if you guys average 500 steps the last 8 months, and then you go out there and start putting on 8,000 steps a day. Like that is how you guys are going to get blisters on your feet and whatnot. Start like going on walks, start going to the gym, start getting yourself ready for the summertime. It's not physically demanding by any means, but yeah, if anybody needs a personal trainer, Isaac looks big as fuck, so go to him. But saying that, let's talk about the family base. This is another big one that has to be said. That, in my opinion, family is my biggest sacrifice to this job. We head out and we leave for a 4-month, 5-month, 6-month time period. For us in here, it's a 6-month time period. For the guys that are in high school, it's a 4-month time period. We will leave the families. Expectations have to be set. You have to communicate with your family on exactly what you're doing. Listen, this job, we just went over it. It's not physically hard at all. Like I get every single year, I get guys that are in the trades and whatnot that we get onto the team, and they're like, "Oh, ain't nobody can outwork me." Blah 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 blah. It's not that type of work. It's mental stress, and it's all mental. So, and like, there's a couple of good stories in this room that like we can hit on after this. If you guys have any stress during the day, it'll completely derail your pitch. It'll completely derail how you feel. Your energy is everything on the doors. So you have to make sure families, girlfriends, grandmas, situations, they have to understand that while you're working, you have to be 100% locked into it. Girlfriends are a bad one. Listen, if a girlfriend is guilt tripping you on the way out to area, you're not going to do a great job while you're selling during the day. So expectations have to be set. Listen, I am making an investment into my future. I'm making an investment in some of your guys' case, if it's serious enough. I am making an investment into our future. I need support while I'm taking this big jump in my life. That expectations have to be set. Raise your guys' hands if you guys have had a situation that has mentally thrown you off of the job and you wasted a day or two. It has happened to every single person in this room. It has to, like, you just have to set boundaries, and you have to set the expectation of, listen, it's not that I'm not going to be unavailable. I'm going to miss you guys so much. You guys are my biggest sacrifice to this. If I didn't have any of that family, I would have been doing this super easily. But while I'm down there, I need support. I need you guys to not be tearing me down, not be asking me to call you guys in the middle of my workday. You guys have 6 hours to work, okay? It's 2:30 to 8:30, 3 o'clock to 9 o'clock. You guys have like 6 hours to work. Everybody can put their mom on hold for 6 hours, okay? I'm not talking like she texts you, "I love you." I don't want you guys to be like, "Fuck you, mom. What did I tell you? Stop texting me." I don't want y'all to be like that. Shoot her a text back like, "Love you too, mom." You know what I mean? I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the girlfriend that calls you is like, "You've been staying at that house a long time. You've been in that house for 60 minutes now. What y'all doing?" Maybe don't say it like that. But that's what I'm talking about. Make sure on the family base, you guys are setting expectations. That can be a low-key conversation, or if you guys have one of those parents or one of those girlfriends or one of those something in your life that might fuck this up, please have a hard conversation with them and say, "Listen, I love y'all, but I need to be mentally 100% there while I'm down here." So just make sure expectations are set accordingly. Does everybody understand that? Does anybody have any questions over that? Zeke? We'll get into all of that. So we're up here at family base. So, and communicate with family. Listen, hey, one last thing, and this is the last thing I'll say about family and girlfriends and whatnot. Listen, we have our whole morning. That's why we say wake up at 8 a.m. You have 8 a.m. to noon to talk to your family as much as you want to, talk to your girlfriend as much as you want to. We get off at 9 o'clock. We get back to the apartments at 9:30. Talk to them from 9:30 to midnight. I don't care. But that 6 hours, you have to be hyper locked in, because that's the whole reason we're down there. If you're throwing away that 6 hours a day, you might as well check the whole 24 hours off, because that 6 hours of the day is where we make all of our money, where we learn the true lessons that it takes to become a young entrepreneur, where it takes the true discipline. So I need you guys to be disciplined during that 6 hours. Evan. Yeah, we're not going to talk about it on this call, just because that's more of a PDK type of thing. But we'll definitely get into that. We'll get into that at the end of this meeting. So next one is mindset base. And we can roll through these a little bit quicker. I just wanted to really set those expectations firm and clear on family. Those conversations have to be had. If you guys think, oh, no, it's all good, I won't have them. That's going to hit you in the middle of summertime. You're going to be like, shit, I wasted a day. I've wasted plenty of days. Cam has wasted plenty of days. Tate has wasted plenty of days. Isaac has wasted plenty of days on this family stuff where a lot more money could have been made, a lot more interactions could have been had, a lot more growth could have been have happened. But mindset, this is huge. The job is 100% mental, okay? If you guys are the strongest mentally, that's a great thing you're here now because we're going to build that up through the summertime. I don't expect you guys to be 100% there mentally right off the rip. This job takes a certain amount of tenacity. It takes a certain amount of grit. There will probably be a time that you guys cry. I'm saying that now. But at the end of the day, whenever you guys are able to start handling your mindset more and more and more, whenever you start to be able to start to control it more and more and more, that's how you turn into young professionals. Listen, if you crack under the pressure, then you're never going to turn into a diamond. So mindset, you have to deeply think about these. And I want everybody on their own time, whenever it's just you in the shower, whether it's just you sitting on the toilet, whether you're just sitting in your bed about to go to sleep, I need you guys to consciously think about each one of these things. Make sure you guys are deep diving into how am I going to handle rejection? That's the name of this job, guys. Listen, Dustin, do we care about 49 of the 50 interactions? No, roll it off your back. Have the memory of a goldfish or whatever animal it is that they talk about it with. We care about that one, that two, the three, the four customers that it's a great fit for their home and family. Because if you guys sell, listen, if you guys sell one a day, you guys are going to financially and professionally change your guys' lives for good. If you guys sell two a day consistently, you guys will never, ever, ever think about working a normal job ever again in your life. It takes one or two yeses. That rejection, you guys have to lock that in on your brain of this is how I'm going to handle it. If it gets tough, this is what I'm going to do. Come up with pathways. If you guys want to call me, I will come up with pathways for you. What can we do if it gets hard? We roll it back to the why. What is the why that you're down there? If you guys have a strong enough reason to be changing your life, it's not going to be a problem. Chuck.
I just want to say, like, like when you get back with your guys, like tell a story and like make it funny because it is funny.
Yep.
He flips out and there's a crash. It's funny. It's like
Chuck just brought up a good point. He said, make it fun, okay? Make it funny. If you guys are not having fun with your job, you guys are going to hate your lives all summer long. Have fun with it. That's why we train icebreakers so often in this room. It's because if you're showing up like a sales robot all the time and getting rejected all the time really hard, it's going to not be fun. But if the rejection can be after you talked about his truck for 15 minutes, that's just fine. Have fun with the job. If you get a real weird customer that yells at you or tells you to get out or flips off, whatever the deal is, get back in the van and be like, oh my God, you wouldn't believe this person I had today, blah, blah, blah. I knocked on a no-soliciting door when I shouldn't have, blah, blah, blah. Laugh about it. I love that point, Chuck. Hit me, Zeke. Uh-huh. That's another great one. So rookies on the phone, even vets on the phone. Zeke just said one thing that helps him with his why and resetting himself throughout the day. Put your why on the lock screen. If your why is your family, put it on your lock screen. If your why is, I want to buy a house for myself, put a picture of the house. Listen, ChatGPT is awesome. You guys can absolutely build it out in ChatGPT exactly what you want. Screenshot it and put it on your lock screen so you guys can consistently see why you're working so hard. But any other questions on rejection? That's the name of our job. Every no gets you one step closer to a yes, okay? Adversity, the same type of deal. How are you going to handle it whenever somebody comes out of the door and they're like, get the F off my property, blah, 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 blah. How are you guys going to handle that? Yeah, I love that. There's different ways to handle it. You guys got to laugh about it. This is the worst thing that you guys can do is, and I'm very guilty of this, but get the F off my property. Why would you say F you, man? Like, don't do that, all right? Whatever they're running out of their front door, screaming F you at you for, at a door-to-door guy, listen, they got way bigger problems going on inside that house. Just give them a good, like, oh, I'm sorry, man. I must have stopped by the wrong house. Have a good day, man. Roll away. Because listen, that is one out of 100 doors that you have. lined out in front of you. Don't let that one interaction ruin the rest of your day. Because if you flip out on that one guy or you let that one guy psych you out mentally, this job's all mental. If you flip out on that guy and you ruin your entire energy and your entire mood, the next 5, 6, 7, 8 houses that you guys are going to show up to, you're going to be messed up mentally. So please, when you're thinking about this, but that's why I want you guys to think about it. Put yourselves in the shoes. Nate, I want you to put yourself in the shoes. What if somebody comes out and makes fun of your mullet? What are you going to say? You know what I mean? What's that? That's good. What are you going to say? Nate, this is exactly why we're going over this right now. No, that's not what you're going to say, okay? No, okay. Hey, Owen, help him out. If somebody comes out and says, man, that's a fake perm you got on the top of your head, what are you going to say? So the whole point of that is sit back and think. So let's bring it back in. Let's bring it back in. The whole point of it is to sit back and think, what am I going to do if somebody makes me really upset? Because listen, in life, you guys will face adversity around every single corner. It's very normal. That is the main part of being about a young professional. Whenever we are truly wanting to build ourselves into that dream entrepreneur, that dream life that we want to achieve, a lot of it starts with being able to handle adversity. This job is going to teach you guys very, very directly how to handle adversity because it's going to put you guys through it time and time again. So please, genuinely think about how you guys are going to handle it if somebody comes out acting like that. Not the way Nate or Owen said. Okay. And fatigue. Fatigue is a real one that we don't talk about enough. Listen, raise your guys' hand in this room if you guys want to be a top rookie. Everybody take a quick look around. Every single hand is up in this room, exactly how I want it to be. If somebody's hand is not up, let's have a conversation after, stay after. Not really, but saying that, same thing on the phone. Every single person on the phone should want to be a top rookie or a top rep in this company. I promise you, the guys that are in the top 5, the guys that are in the top 10, the guys that are in the top 15, they're not going to fatigue out. Listen, everybody can have a 1 month or 2 month stint of like, let's go get it, let's go get it, let's go get it, let's go get it. What are you going to do month 3, 4, 5, and 6? What are you going to do whenever you've had your 6-hour day and 5 of the hours have been, get out of here, we're not interested, there was just somebody here? What are you guys going to do? Because the top rep, the top rookie, the top 10, the top 15, the top 20%, they're not going to fatigue out and let that ruin them. Listen, I always see it every year. We'll have a rookie that is just absolutely killing it. And he's shooting up, he's shooting up, he's shooting up. And he starts to like level out. He starts to dip. Might spurt in energy, but then starts to dip in his sales. That's called fatigue. How are you guys going to handle fatigue? How are you guys going to handle that so you guys continue to stay successful? But that's why Sundays are so important. Rotating back to Zeke's question, whenever Zeke asked, and for the guys on the phone, whenever Zeke asked, so our Sundays, what do we do on Sundays? Like, is that another training day? Is that another day to go knock? What is it? Sundays are so important to take a personal reset. Listen, this job is a lot. This job is a lot of mental. It's a lot of going. It's a lot more that you guys are going to learn in a 6-month time span. I tell people all the time that this 6 months might as well be worth a bachelor's in communications. Throwing a 4-year college degree in 6 months takes a lot. So Sundays, please reset your guys' selves. I'm not saying sleep until noon. That's resetting. No. Take a personal day. Take a nice walk. Call your family. Catch up with them. Do something that you guys like. For Tate, it's golf. For Dylan, it might be working on cars. For, Greg, it might be going and catcalling women somewhere. Like whatever it is, don't really do that. But I'm just joking. But do whatever you guys need to do to reset, because that fatigue is a real thing. And every single vet that's been doing this for a while on the call will agree that the reps that will continue to just keep themselves at that level, because the job is this. And for the guys on the phone, I'm drawing something out on my screen. The job is ups and downs, ups and downs, ups and downs. 1 week, Chuck is going to go out and sling 10 deals. He's going to make more money in one paycheck than he's seen in a month time span ever. But the next week, he's going to sell 1 deal. That's the ups and the downs. If Chuck at the high level is like, oh man, I'm king shit. If you guys need a train, come to me. I tell you what. And he slacks off on his training, that's how he ends at the low. But same thing though, just as bad, if not worse. If Chuck at the low is like, I'm not in the right spot, man. I'm screwing up everything. I literally don't know how to do this job. I can't do this. That rep is also incredibly contagious, not only to the team, but to yourself and to the customer. So you guys need to ride that middle line. Make sure you guys are just staying mentally level the entire summer. When you're not selling, let's train more. Let's see what you're not selling with. When you're selling a whole crap ton, let's have you run a training. Let's have you do something with other rookies. Let's have you continue to improve, because that's the whole goal throughout the summer. So in life, in this industry, it teaches you how to handle the ups and downs, the adversity, the fatigue. Make sure you guys are riding that middle line, okay? So going into financial base, I can write this up. We don't really have to write all this up here, I guess. Financial base, okay? This is huge. Financial stress, especially amongst men, is 90% of the stress that takes up our lives. Raise your guys' hands if you stress about finances. That's everybody. Everybody on the call's got their hands up too. I don't see them, but I know it, okay? Financial stress sucks. That's a big reason why a lot of people in this room are here, is because they don't want to stress about finances ever again. So in the summertime, we have to do our very best to have all that financial stress that we dealt with back home, that we were dealing with currently, get off our shoulders, whether it's past due bills, whether it's something that I owe somebody this and I really need to pay that off. That's great. We're going to go down to summertime and make a good chunk of money. We have to pay off those bills and try to minimize that debt right away, so you guys aren't stressing about finances. So that's the first one, is clean up any past due bills, clean up any bills that aren't going to be necessary. If you guys still have, like, if you have an apartment, you have utilities on in the apartment, cancel the utilities. You're not going to need them there. So whatever you guys need to, like, clean up, that goes on the subscription level too. Reduce unnecessary subscriptions. If you guys have a Black and Orange YouTube premium subscription, let's cut that off for the summertime. I'm talking to you, Romeo. So, no, I'm kidding. But reduce unnecessary subscriptions, reduce those payments that are coming out each month, so you guys can just be locked in and finances are not a huge worry. Did we have a question in the back? Somebody, any questions? Keegan? Sure. Not on the Black and Orange YouTube thing? All right, cool. So then this one, build up cash reserves. Do anything you guys can, whether it's knocking. Hey, we've got a tech here. There's been guys that have been slinging out left and right. There's paychecks that are coming to you guys from slinging out last week, whether it's knocking, whether it's doing side jobs, whether it's going to your grandma and helping her for something and begging for some money, whatever it is, build up your cash reserves so that you guys can go down there and not trip out about buying a chicken sandwich. You guys don't have to worry about, shit, I need new socks. How the hell am I going to get those? Have some cash reserves to go down there summer with. Is there any questions about finance or anything like that? Any questions? Okay, great. Is there any questions on the phone yet? Can you guys still hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, and this one, I would argue those 4 bases are very important. This job is 100% what you make it. It is the main reason that so many people get into this industry. Listen, Griff, you are not going to get paid the same as Chuck. Chuck, you're not going to get paid the same as Evan. Guys on the phone, you guys are not going to get paid the same as the guys that are sitting to the left and the right of you on the screen. Because everybody's going to have a different work ethic. Everybody's going to have a different tenacity in this industry. It is 100% up to you. So training is so important. If you're the guy that's not going to train anything, you guys don't know your lines going out to season, I promise you, come the first week, come the second week, come the third week, come the fourth week, where you guys have no idea what you guys are doing, you guys are going to see it on the paychecks reflect. Those guys that have been with us for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months of consistently training, consistently getting hours on, consistently practicing their pitch. Speaking of, raise your hands if you called another rookie in the room to train this last week. We need to get that number up as we continue to go, because there was 8 hands in the room. If you guys are calling each other in training, you guys will see that pay off in the summertime. Because remember, it is what you make it. I don't decide how much you guys get paid. I think you're all rock stars. I'd pay you guys all as much as I possibly could. But I don't decide that. Griff doesn't decide what Chuck gets paid. Chuck doesn't decide what C2 gets paid. It is 100% up to each and every one of you guys. We will give you guys the training. We will give you guys the things that are necessary to go accomplish what we are saying that can be accomplished. It's up to you guys to go do it and up to you guys to apply yourselves. But when we are talking about training, pitch training, make sure you guys know what to say whenever you knock on the door. And who can agree with me on this by a show of hands? Whenever you are pitching inside this room or pitching on the phone, is it different than talking on the doorstep? Yeah. People that have been on the doors all understand that. It's important that you guys are doing your very best to learn your pitch like the ABCs. Because when you freak out, you fall back to fundamentals. I'll say that again. When you freak out, you fall back to fundamentals. If your pitch is fundamental to you, you're going to fall back to what you know. It's the same thing, though. If you have no idea what it is and you're just going to start word vomiting, you're going to fall back to that. So we have to know our pitch like the back of our hand. The pitch is the basic part about it. It's the first 7 lines. That's why we train it in 7 simple steps so everybody can know it. Who feels like, by a show of hands, that they know their pitch like the ABCs? Okay, that's a good amount of hands. Let's get more hands up in the room. And if you guys already raised your hand, start training with other rookies. Or more importantly, instead of just training with other rookies, get out there on the doors. We are going to knock all this week. Guys on the phone, you guys can go knock. You guys just will have to maybe schedule out if you don't have a technician near you. But a lot of you guys will have technicians in your area where you guys can still work. The app training is very important too. I know that we are getting a new app. I know it's kind of unique right this second. Newsflash, if you guys can use this app, I promise you guys are going to be able to use the next app. We've been demoing it already. It's super smooth looking, okay? So train the app, sign up customers. It's a soft check on your credit. So you guys can absolutely run your own name. Practice price dropping. Practice what happens if I'm on my screen and then I tilt it and it gets rid of all my stuff. How do I get back to it so I don't freak out in front of a customer? That's huge. Go to leads. Good one, Zeke. Transition training. So what do I say at the specific time in this part of the sale? So from the pitch to the cameras, from the camera to the second camera, from the second camera inside, from inside to sitting down and dropping price. What am I saying? Yeah, so I'll show you. It's a great one. But transition training is huge. You guys need to know where you're going each part of the sale. You guys can know how to talk about an outdoor camera. You guys can know how to talk about a doorbell camera. How do I get there? Instead of just being like, so yeah, we do a doorbell too. Let me show you. You know what I mean? How can we creatively get there? Dustin. Yeah, you and your a lot. That's benefits. So great ad. And then closing training. I put these in the order that I think would be best. Honestly, you guys can go pitch, transition, app, closing, but pitching, app, transition, closing is important. Closing is just how can you close a deal? How can you make a customer, confident in what you have to offer? Romeo. Yeah, whether it's back pocket closes, whether it's back pocket closing, whether it is if somebody's pulling back on contract, what happens? What do I say? What can I say in each specific situation? Just in the part where you drop the price, from the drop the price to signing the contract, well, from the drop the price to installing a deal, what can I do to make sure the deal gets closed? Because you don't get paid until it's installed. So I will say, I'm just going to hit on this one more time for anybody that didn't hear it. The summer is 100% up to you guys. On the phone, the summer is 100% up to you guys. It was my very favorite thing about this industry and why I got so addicted to it. I had full confidence I was going to work harder, I was going to train harder, and I was going to be better than anybody else. But in any other W-2 job, I was paid the exact same as the 5 guys sitting to the left and the right of me. In this industry, it teaches you for what you're worth. It's not just show up and get paid. So make sure you guys are worthwhile. Make sure you guys are training. Make sure you guys are doing the steps necessary. Hitting on the bases. Make sure you guys are completing those. We will talk about them here in a second. My guys, sorry, we're going to stay over just like 10 minutes or 15 minutes. But what questions do we have? Dylan. Yes, we'll get to those questions. Any other questions in the room over anything that you need to start summer with? Anything you guys need to do mentally? Anything you guys need to do training wise? Volunteer. Yes, so we'll always be close by. Managers will always be close by. Okay, let me see here. So getting back to the phone, I want you guys to ask questions. Is there any questions on the phone that I can help answer? You know, vets, whether it's something that, you know, something that I should say that I missed, whether it is, you know, rookies asking new questions. What questions can I help answer? Perfect. Sounds like I killed it. Well, thank you guys very much. My guys, stay seated. We're going to wrap out this meeting. I'm going to share a couple things to you guys. Everybody on the phone, thank you so much for you guys listening to my big tangent. If you guys have any other questions, you guys can text your managers. You guys can reach out, you know, to your helplines and whatnot like that. But thank you guys very much for showing up on the phone call. I'll stay here for just a couple minutes. I'll just put it on mute while I finish this meeting, but you guys are good to go. Thank you guys. Get prepared for summertime.